Hi everyone. In this video, I want to share something what I know about the pointer, and I hope that it can help someone who is facing some difficulty about the pointer in C and C++ programming. Okay. To be honest, my English is not good, so I hope that everyone can help me to improve. And if you have any question or any suggestion, please leave comment below. I very appreciate that. So in the main topic, in the pointer topic, we have three parts. The first is what is a pointer, and the second is why we need a pointer. Because we need to use the pointer, so how to use the pointer in right ways. Okay, first, as you know that the pointer is the variable store array of another variable. So to understand about pointer, I strongly recommend that you have to understand about the memory variable stored in memory. So in memory we have a unit by 8 bits, and for example we declare the integer a equal 10. The compiler, the system will allocate the 4 bytes to store the a, and we have a array of a variable is the 100, the first byte, and we can use the sign to get the length of a variable, and we can use the n to get the array. And you can easy to think that the memory same the cabinet. So for each cabinet we can store anything inside, documents, book, or Excel file or Word file, or everything. It same the memory. It can store the data, store the characters, or strings, or the integer, and so on. Depend on the type of data. The system have a different way to expect the data in the efficiently. Next, I will show you the code like this. Okay. In this code, it's very simple. I think that we have an integer a equal 10, and I want to know the size of a, and I want to know the array of a. Okay. Yes, after run this code, you can know the size of integer is 4 bytes, and you know the array of a. It's the array of first byte. You know that the length of integer is 4 bytes, so the array of a is the first byte, like this. Okay, like this. For example, in this case, the array of a is 100. So we already understand about the variable can store in memory, and next we will talk about the pointer. What is a pointer? Pointer, that is a variable. It's the same another variable. We can store piece of data, but the different thing that the pointer, instead of store value, is store memory array of another variable. That is the different thing. So please note that pointer variable has its own array, and size of pointer either 8 bytes or 4 bytes, depend on the array. So to easily understand about the pointer, I draw something like it. You have a cabinet, you have a drawer is a 100 and drawer 106. In the drawer 100 is a normal variable example integer, and it stores data like a document. And for the pointer, it like a store. Actually, it stores arrays of another variable, and we can imagine that we can think about that. It's the same about them is a key, and if we have a key to open the drawer number 100, we can do everything we want with the value stored inside the drawer 100. For example, we can change, we can get, or we can do everything with the variable stored inside drawer 100. That means we can easy to think about the pointer that is the same a key to open a drawer, and cabinet is the same memory inside a computer. For each drawer is a byte, okay. So the next question we have to know about why we need to use pointer, because pointer is one of the most difficult parts in the C programming language, but it also is one of the important part, the most important part in the C. So we have to use that. I will demonstrate that. I will prove that we have to use the pointer. Actually, I never want to use pointer, but I think it's impossible. We have to use pointer. For example, I want to write a function like the transfer money, and we have a sender balance and the receiver balance and amount. After call the function, I expect that the sender balance will reduce and amount of money, and receiver balance will increase amount of money, and something like that. So I will go in the code, visual code, visual code, just macro to animal. Yes, I already make the code here. I think code is very simple. Just prove that we have to learn about pointer, and we have to use the pointer. It is impossible to never use pointer if you want to learn C programming. So I have a sender balance is 100, and I have a receiver balance is 60. So after code transfer money with amount 10, I expect that receiver balance is 90 and the receiver balance is 70. But actually, when I run the code like this, wait a moment, I will then again. So before calling and after calling, nothing different. It's still 100 and it's still the 60. So the question is the pointer come from here. So we want to change the value of a variable. When we passing it in the function, we have to use pointer. So why? I will explain that without the pointer, what happened when we code like this. Example, we have a variable in the drawer array is 100, right? And assume that we store a document like this inside, and actually we want to change the content of document, but with the function it make a copy, like you copy and paste in the window and just make a copy, and inside the function transfer money you modify on the copy one, not the original one. And when you finish when you save, it means that it's something like you finish the transfer money function, like that you change something in the copy one and you save, but just the copy one is the effect, the original one never effect, right? Because you are doing in the copy one, like a copy document in window, on window. Okay, so that's why before and after calling the function, the sender balance and receiver balance never change. So we need to use pointer. As the previous slide I mentioned that pointer like the key. With a key we can open the cabinet drawer. Array is 100. We get the original document and we change. We can do everything with the original document. We can change and content, we can save, we can do everything. That's why in my opinion, it seems the key of cabinet drawer. Okay, I think it's easy to understand about pointer. I hope that you already understand about what is a pointer and why we need use pointer. If you want to learn about the C++ programming, you have to learn about pointer. Actually, we can use reference. Reference is one option to change the data like it when the same pointer, but there's a limitation about the reference compared with the pointer, and I think I will make another video about pointer and reference to compare between them, and you can easy to understand and you can know about the limitation about the reference compared with pointer. So pointer is a necessary and one of important part you have to learn when you want to learn C and C++ programming. You know about the what and you know the why, and now you have to know about the how to use it. Declare pointer, we have a three way. That is the asset is nearby the variable name. Actually, like this in ptr1, ptr2 and a. In this case, ptr1 and ptr2 are integer pointer, but a is an integer variable. And the second one, we can use the attribute nearby the variable type. In this way, be careful that when we declare very many variables in one line, there is a difference. Pointer 1 is the integer pointer, very clear. But in this way, ptr2 and a are integer. Please be careful with this way. Even this way is very clearly. I will explain below. Okay, and the last one we can use like it, but I think I don't recommend like this way. we can use the first or the second. The last one is not recommended. As I mentioned before, the second one is a clearly matched with definition about the pointer variable, but be careful when make multiple variable definition in one line, as red check above noted. In attribute ptr1 is same in attribute ptr, and we can explain that a variable named ptr and type is pointed to in. Okay, so same like we declare as a common normal variable in a is a variable name a and type is in. So this way is a clearly matched with definition, but please be careful when multiple variable declare in the one line like this. That is the notes. So the next is the initializing pointer. Example, I have an integer number 88 is the integer variable I already comment, and we have a pointer number pointer to in p number, so we can declare the pointer first and we can assign the array later. And another way we can declare and assign the variable same time in the one line like this. I already marked the arrays in the memory at like this, and you can easy to understand that the name number array is the like it and the value is the 88, and the p number is a pointer to integer, and it have already its own arrays, and it have a long the size pointer is 8 byte because we are using the Windows 64 OS. Okay, we have an array pointer already have an array, and the size is. And the next one is a differentiating the operator and type. We can use the attribute to different to access the value. Example, we have a integer a, and we have a pointer to point to a variable integer variable a, and we can see out to know it's the same 88, but we can not use the pointer integer pointer to point a double value, a variable is a different type. So pointer is associated with type to calculate the value when different, because as you know that it's the store store the first by array a variable, so it have to know two kind of information. First is the size of the variable. Example, it have to know the size of integer is a 4 bytes, right? 4 bytes. And the second one, it have to know about the type of data, because even the 4 byte, but the double and the in will be stored in a different way. The double will store in the floating number, not it's a different with the integer variable. That's why to differentiate the pointer will have a type. We have a type to when differentiating. That's why we cannot use the integer pointer to point to double on another kind of variable. Okay, that think next one I will, after we already learn about the pointer and I will apply it to to change the my function to support. Okay, this is a function before we don't use the pointer, and the result is a nothing change, and we have to change the function to support, right? So I will change it by using pointer here, and I will passing the rs pointer. Is it okay? But okay, I will run. Wait, can you see the code? I think it's a very simple. I just want to demonstrate the pointer, and I don't want to make any another completed like the check logic of amount either lower than the center balance or so on. Just keep everything simple to help you can understand about the pointer. Okay, I will. Wow, nothing. So same before the 100 and after 100. Wow, what's wrong here? What happened? I already changed the pointer, right? I already changed to use pointer, and I already passed the array, but nothing different before and after. What happened? So carefully I did. You can build successfully, right? I can show no error when you build, right? Just when you run it, the result is wrong. Build is okay, no issue, because there's something here. You know about the passing value and passing pointer reference, and I will make another video about the passing value and passing reference. You are point to another array here. So to change the value inside, you have to use different thing like this. Be careful to. Okay, so run away. Okay, so before calling the 160 and after transfer money the 90 and 70. Okay, I already demonstrate something about the pointer, and I hope you can have a better understanding about pointer. And thank you so much, and next video I will make new video about the passing parameter by value and by reference in Nucell to help you understand what happens when we passing a variable in a function. The some issue I already showed you before. What is the what happened when we passing the variable parameter to a function, and I already will compare between the reference and pointer. And please help me to like and subscribe to encourage me making helpful video, and I hope this video can help someone who are facing difficulty with the pointer in C++. Once again, to be honest, my English is not good, and I hope that if you have any recommendation or suggestion for me, please leave a comment. I very appreciate that. I just want to share something I know about the C program language. Thank you so much, and see you again in next video. Bye. Thank you.